looks nice. My hair is big. Hello. What is that? Welcome to the after show. I know. I'm like actually on time. I'm shocked. I'm actually shocked. I'm on time. Let's just make sure. Yeah, I'm on time. Hello. All right. This the after show. This the after show. I don't know what we're discussing because it's the after show, so we don't really actually have anything to discuss that I know of. Let me see. Oh wow, what's happening? What is this? Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. Now, let me. I know everybody coming in here. I know. Give it a second. Let TikTok or let YouTube pump y'all through the algorithm. Let YouTube pump y'all through the algorithm. Hello, welcome. What's up, Creatively D? What's up, Ashley? Ashley said, "Girl, what was for dinner?" This not sponsored. These. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Let me check a few things out. Hold on one second. Okay. Hello, everybody. Smash that like button. That's right. Hello, Ashley. Hello, friends of the show. What's up, Brandon? What's up, Kay, Nelly, E. Ortiz? You said I had to grab some chips and a Mountain Dew. I don't have anything to discuss, so I'm going to really rely on you guys mostly in the comment section to basically help us figure out what we're talking about. This is after show. There's never. It's very impromptu. There's not really much like to not. There's not. I really have nothing planned, but I like to do the after show so we don't have to talk about anything impromptu. What's up, Celamundo? What's up, Lizette Valdez? Hello, Lioness Queen. What's up, Shamika? What's up, Delightful? Hello, Leolo. And we're back. And we're back. We have merch. I know most probably everybody in here has already purchased our merch. Thank you, guys. What's up, Tamika? I missed yesterday's random recap. No, I didn't go live yesterday. I got a little bit busy and behind. So I got a little bit busy, so I didn't go live yesterday. But Leola, please don't start. Don't start. Don't start. Do not start, Leola. As much I love you like a twin sister. Okay. Mostly because our hair is wild. Don't start, girl. Courtney says the night we signed up on AMP, I noticed Nikki went on around 1:30. So it's safe to say she goes on early mornings. Now she's what's your time zone, Courtney? What time zone are you in? Because if she's in California, she's on Pacific Standard Time. Delightful says, have you heard about the Murdoch case here in South Carolina? No, I have not. Tell us, what's that about? Serious by Nature, what's up? Salmundo says, yes, come through hair. I untwisted it, so it dried perfectly in time. Your hair looks beautiful. Thank you, Minnesota Mandy. How are you doing? Your hair looks wonderful as well. I'm trying to like stay out of the drama. I know it's a lot of drama going on TikTok right now. I'm not. My name is Bennett, and I'm not in it. I don't want to talk about it. Not because it's not wild and crazy. It's because like it's just messy, and I don't want to be a part of anybody's mess. Sean, what's up? Sean says, "Oh, you're talking to Celamundo." Just wild, just wild and crazy. It's wild and crazy weekend. So let's see. I try to not go on the TikTok. I just have to check my mentions. Hold on, real quick. Let me go to. My Instagram sucks. My Instagram sucks. It doesn't have anything good and juicy on it. What's up, Tree? Hello, Desmond. Veronica says, "Why is Spain doing the most? Poor Shakira. What's Spain do to Shakira? It's probably, is that on Twitter? Let's go to Twitter. Figure out what you're talking about." It says Shakira rejects plea deal, faces tax trial in Spain. Oh, I pulled up the article from Billboard magazine. So, can you see that? Let's read it. It says Shakira rejects plea deal, faces tax trial in Spain. Let's read that. It says Colombian pop star Shakira has opted to go to trial instead of accepting a deal offered by Spanish prosecutors to settle allegations she defrauded Spain's government for 14.5 million euro. That's a lot of cash. In taxes, her public relations team said Wednesday Shakira is 45 years old, trusts her innocence, and chooses to leave the issue at the hands of the law, her PR firm stated. Spanish prosecutors charged the singer in 2018 with failing to pay 15 million euros in taxes on income between 2012 and 2014. She faces a possible fine and imprisonment if found guilty of tax evasion. There is no immediate trial available on the set of prosecutors' offer. No date for the trial has been set either. Shakira's public relations firm said that she has deposited the amount she is said to owe with the Spanish tax agency and has no pending tax debt. The case hinges on where she lived in 2012 and 2014. Prosecutors allege it is mostly in Spain, even though Shakira's primary residence is in the Bahamas. Shakira, whose full name is Shakira Isabel Meb- Mebarak, Mebarek Rapollo, oh Lord, it's a beautiful long name, it's long, has two children with Barcelona soccer star Gerard Piqué. The couple has lived together in their Barcelona, but recently ended their 11-year relationship. Yeah, he was cheating on her. Who cheats on Shakira? 40 likes now. Yeah, y'all smash that like button. Thank you very much. Brandon says she hadn't officially moved to Spain at the time. That's what I'm thinking. What's up, R. Virgil? Veronica says, if she paid them, why are they on her neck? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. I'd have to look at her tax documents to figure out why. But you know, Spain, like, they're the ones who kiboshed that one girl. Was it Spain? Who was that white girl who was in Spain and she was being accused of murdering her roommate? Was that Spain or Italy? That was Italy. Never mind. Salamundo, thank you for super chat. Says, I know dang well y'all better hit that like button. Thank you guys. Thank you, Salamundo. Lee Marie says, is it just me or you mic glitchy? My mic is glitchy? The sound is clipped. Oh, I don't know. Hold on. Hello, can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me now? It sounds so glitchy. Okay, how does that sound? Better? Okay. Okay, how does that sound? Okay, I fixed it. I fixed it. Thank you, Leola. Thank you, you guys. I have to cut that out. I have to cut that portion out. I don't even know how to do that. Oh, hold on one second. Oh yeah, so back to Shakira. Okay, because I don't know what's going on with Shakira. Um, I don't know what's happening with tell Nikki to stop. Y'all, Nicki Minaj is a kook in and of herself, so we don't care about her. But Shakira, shout out to Shakira. I hope she gets her her tax info together. Yeah, I took my hair down, David. How do you like it? It's so big, it doesn't all fit in the frame. I gotta like crouch down for you to see all of it. Little baby, not fine. Jason, what? Jason Fitch, why are you fighting me? We're gonna pull up little baby's picture one more again, okay? And you tell me he's so fat. I don't know why. I just think he is. I'm allowed to think he's fine. Why is it not showing me an image of him? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. You got her started. I'm not allowed to get started. You mad crazy. He is you crazy. Get out of here. Y'all make me sick. Idris Elba in this world, but you think Lil Baby's fine? They're both fine. No, not after Lil Baby. Tiny the Ninja says, I wonder why rich folks, sorry, I missed your comment. Says, I wonder why rich folks get in tax trouble from not paying. Well, when you're making that much money relatively quickly, sometimes it's not all accounted for. So you have to hire on large accounting firms to account for all of your money. You know what I mean? So sometimes you just may not see what's being paid and then having to understand residency because it's so dumb. Like residency is so dumb. You know what I mean? Like that's the only way nations are able to tax you based off your residency. But because there's borders everywhere. You said, look at his face. Little baby's not fine. Okay, I got it. I think he's fine. You think he's not fine, Jason Fitch. And that's okay. We can have a differing of opinions without disliking each other. It's just a simple matter of taste. It's what I think he's fine. I think a lot of people are fine. You said also accounting firms will not pay your taxes. Yeah, sometimes they don't if it's not factored in, especially if they don't know that you're moving about the country. Like they don't know 3 months out of the year you're in Spain, because if you just go to Spain because you and your husband broke up, so you're just like trying to get some free time to get some air. You know what I mean? So I think that's just was a gotcha moment by the Spanish government. Like, ooh, we know she's in here. That's probably what they do. Because Spain is so broke, they probably just tracked her all over the nation. You said, or they will straight up steal your money. That's right. Our Virgil said, did it have something to do with her ex? I think at the time, her and her ex were going through like their semi divorce or something, separation. So she probably went to Barcelona to get away from him. Social Simone, hello, says, is that where the people are going to get some fresh air, Spain? I guess so. If you're in the European Union. I don't know, you guys. I don't hang out in Europe. I'm just reading the story. I have no idea where people go to get fresh air, whether her and her husband were separated. Without following the story in depth, there's no real way for me to track it. I just know that according to Shakira, she only spent a couple months there, which is not enough for residency. Residency somewhere is at least 6 months. So I don't know. It is an interesting story. It definitely is an interesting story, but good luck to her. Good luck to her. Oh, snap. Wow, Donald Trump's home in Mar-a-Lago was just raided by the feds. Holy shit. Let's watch. Several states tonight will also remember Olivia. Good evening, and it's great to be back with all of you at home. We will get to those severe storms for several states tonight. Well, I'll let you listen. Remember Olivia Newton-John, her brave public. Tonight, a stunning development. Former President Donald Trump saying Mar-a-Lago, his Florida property, has been raided by the FBI in what he called, quote, an unannounced raid on my home. That's a raid. It's supposed to be unannounced. It's a raid, my guy. It's a raid. It's supposed to be unannounced. Wow. Let's read the article. This is from ABC News. Yeah, Olivia Newton-John passed away today. So it says Donald Trump's home was raided Friday night. You guys, this raid just happened 37 minutes ago. It says, with a source familiar with the matter telling NBC News that the search was tied into classified information Donald Trump allegedly took with him from the White House that he wasn't supposed to have. He said this is unprecedented in American history. He said these are the dark times of our nation. Come on, guy. Why are you taking stuff from the White House? You don't own the White House. It's literally the only address that everyone knows, that everyone can go visit. It says earlier this month before the raid, the National Archives and Records Administration asked the Justice Department to examine whether Donald Trump handled the White House records violated federal law, a story that was reported first by the Washington Post and then subsequently by NBC News. The New York Times on Monday first reported the FBI focused on the National Archives materials. You guys have to understand. So, like, I'll throw my little political science hat on right now. Everything and anything that the president writes on belongs to the National Archives. Everything. He could be doodling a picture of Mike Pence on a napkin. It belongs to the National Archives. It's to keep a record. It's to keep the records of the president, because we should be able to go back in time, look at them, and then study them and examine them. Like, how did this presidency happen? Boom, boom, boom. Well, we have the perfect timeline of what occurred during their presidency. So when Donald Trump would accidentally crumple up a paper and throw it away, he had staffers who had to go through his garbage and take the documents out because they belong to the National Archives. The president is literally not allowed to throw anything away where he writes on anything. So the president cannot doodle on napkins. He cannot write a note on the back of a Snickers wrapper. All of it belongs to the National Archives. So the president, like, it's probably the cleanest wastebasket in U.S. history. Socialite Simone said he could have at least photocopied them. I don't know if there's any photocopiers in the West Wing. Leola said they just don't want him to want him to ever run for president again. That has nothing to do with him running for presidency. You taking stuff from the White House is illegal. You can't, the White House, imagine it like a timeshare. You just borrow it. It's not yours. Nothing in the White House belongs to anyone. Literally, it belongs to the people, it belongs to us. We duly elect the president. The president gets to borrow the house for a couple of years, and then he gives it back. He and only he himself or she herself can walk out of the White House, but they can't walk out with stuff. Like, you can't take the picture of Andrew Jackson. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I already had this bust of Abraham Lincoln. No, you didn't. Leave it in the White House. So it has nothing to do with that at all. It has nothing to do with that at all. Donald Trump can still run for president, but you can't just be taking shit from the White House. You know, Alex Jones needs to do a story. I know you're being quite satirical, but Alex Jones has enough on his plate right now. Okay, Alex Jones has enough on his plate right now. He got to pay those Sandy Hook victims. You said that's it. Alex Jones needs to break the story. Just kidding. I know you're kidding. I know. I'm not listening to anything you're saying, Leola. Journey said, I'm so late. Just rewind it backward and then catch up. Jason Fitch says, what you think about R. Kelly? R. Kelly. We're not talking about R. Kelly. We're talking about Donald Trump. Leola says, I'm doing the most. Always. Earth is ghetto. Said grifter and a thief. My goodness, the ghetto. The president is so ghetto. Not only did you not get reelected, but you stealing from the White House, Donald. That's what we've come down to. Stealing from the people. I'm going to finish reading the rest of this article. It says just hours before the search, agents search president's hours just before agents searched Trump's residency, the FBI noticed the Secret Service notified the Secret Service about the Bureau's plan to execute the warrant. According to the Secret Service officials, the Secret Service facilitated access to the property. So if you guys also didn't know this, once you are no longer president, you still get access to Secret Service. So Donald Trump had a Secret Service team appointed to him when he was president. That team follows him for the rest of his life. So he has his own Secret Service. It says the Secret Service facilitated access. So if Donald Trump didn't know, that's crazy because the Secret Service told him and opened the door. It says at Justice Department headquarters, a spokesperson declined to comment on NBC News. An official at the FBI Washington field office also declined to comment, and an official at the FBI field office in Miami declined to comment as well. A senior law enforcement official at Florida confirmed with NBC News that there were law enforcement activity at Mar-a-Lago on Monday. The White House said it was not given a heads up. Okay, this is why this statement right here that I'm going to blow up is important. The White House says they were not given a heads up. Now, the reason why that statement is not problematic and it is perfectly accurate is because the White House and the Justice Department are two separate entities. The White House does not have to know what's going on at the Justice Department 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's a separation there, and it's meant to be separated because if the Justice Department finds that the president, the current sitting president is doing something illegal, it is upon the Justice Department to enact any laws that the president violates. So that the White House saying, we didn't know, we didn't get a heads up. They meant that. They're like, we didn't get a heads up because we're not supposed to get a heads up. That's the nicest way they could say that. But they weren't given a heads up because they're not supposed to be given one. The Justice Department is not an arm of the White House, period. So the president can't just tell whoever he appoints as the attorney general, go do this. That's illegal. So that statement is accurate. The White House is not and does not need to be given a heads up when the Justice Department is doing something. So it's an accurate statement. Look at me being all political sciencey, which I never am. I was always celebrity gossip. Let's continue. It says, we did not have notice on the reported action and would refer the Justice Department for additional information. So this is the White House. The White House says, and I quote, we did not have notice of the reported action and would refer you to the Justice Department for any additional information. That is an accurate statement. It is not the White House's duty to find out every single thing that the Justice Department does because they are two separate entities and the White House does not get to control what the Justice Department does. So these are accurate and appropriate statements from the White House. Let me read some of your comments. Earth is Ghetto says, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Checks and balances, correct. Hello, dear journal. How are you? Margaret says, please flex that degree, Steph. Okay, I'll do my best. David, have you left us? Jason says, why Joe Biden and doing something about this? Why Joe Biden and doing something about this? Again, the White House and the Justice Department are two separate entities and one does not control the other. So when news reporters reach out to the White House and say, what's going on with the Justice Department? The White House says, we don't know. We didn't get a heads up because we're not supposed to. Basically, this statement, if I were to translate it if I were to translate this into a hood statement, that's not our business, which is accurate. It's not their business. It's just not their business. They don't got no business with the Justice Department. The president simply appoints the attorney general. That's it. Socialite Simone says, I would be stealing the fine china and lamps. I would be stealing something that's like worth something, like a portrait of some sort. I don't know. I wouldn't steal from the White House. Don't steal from the White House. Please don't steal from the White House. You say, this is from Nova Theory says, it's what he deserves. Now, let's get into the technicalities of Donald Trump, which I never talk about politics on here. Because who cares about Donald Trump? But Donald Trump he's a known crook. If you actually check out his National Archives, he was attempting to solicit uh, Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, and basically says, "I'm not going to give you any arms deals unless you investigate Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, and Joe Biden, because Hunter Biden sat as an advisory to an energy company in Ukraine. You can't do that. That's illegal. That's illegal. That's illegal." Donald Trump is a known crook, you guys. It's just, you know, he's just a known crook. Um, uh, Leola said, I'm sorry, Leola, because your name is Leola, but it's always, I read it, your name on here is Lee Marie. Leola says, nah, bruh, Hillary is up to no good. She's behind this. Your satire cracks me up. Unicorn says, hello, 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 Unicorn and Dimples. How are you today? Great name, by the way. Veronica says, there are cameras everywhere. Don't steal. There's cameras in the White House, but not where you think, you guys. The president does get some sort of anonymity wherever he goes in the West Wing. But yeah, there probably was lots of gaps of missing stuff. That's why, when before the president gets into the White House, obviously audits are done, and when the president leaves the White House, audits are done. So they were probably like, man, there's a whole bunch of missing shit everywhere. Where's the missing stuff at? So that's likely. There's a really great book by it's called The Fifth Risk. I gotta look up who writes that. It's an incredible book. The Fifth Risk. It's by Michael Lewis. Here's the book. I encourage you to get it. I've read it a couple of times. It's really, really interesting. But I'll pull up the overview for you so you can see what it looks like. It's a really great book, literally just about hold on, let me get it. I don't know why the image is not popping up. Here we go. Here's the book. I'm gonna brighten this up a little. Here's the book. It's called The Fifth Risk by Michael Lewis. So just I guess screenshot this, and it's not a thick book at all. It's probably like 200-300 pages. It's not a big book at all. But The Fifth Risk talks about how Washington is set up with so many checks and balances that when Donald Trump entered into the field, he was disrupting a lot of those checks and balances, which are important for democracy. The book talks about how George W. Bush was incredibly terrified of like everything because the White House is a beast in and of itself. George W. Bush stated that when he got into the White House, Bill Clinton kind of left the White House in shambles. And I'm not saying um, like dirty wise, but it was like there's basic things that need to be known when you enter into the White House, specifically how to pay the light bill. That is the president's duty. The president has to maintain the White House. It's a house. I think people always fail to forget that the White House is the actual residency where the president sleeps. So it's a home. Lights have to be paid, gas has to be paid, payroll has to be done. There's specific mechanisms for all of that, and the president has to sign off on a lot of that. So that can be very stressful for a president. So this book talks about all of those things that are in place to keep everything simplistic and streamlined. And then George W. Bush gave Obama a very well organized internally a White House. I'm not talking about the government. The government was in shambles, but the White House was very organized. And then Barack Obama gave Donald Trump a very organized White House, and then Donald Trump just kerfuffled all that. But this book talks about the importance of maintaining order in Washington. Then it kind of branches out to talk about different sectors of the federal government, like the Department of Energy. So if you guys didn't know, Rick Perry, who used to be the governor of Texas, was actually the head of the Department of Energy, and he was firing nuclear physicists and trying to appoint his friends in those positions. And he couldn't. He couldn't. A lot of his friends are like, these are things nuclear physicists know that we don't know. And you could have a literal nuclear meltdown if the right people are not in the right places at the right time. And so Rick Perry was so categorically terrified of literally melting down the United States, that he did his best to keep the Department of Energy as like even keeled as possible. The same with Rex Tillerson, who happened to be the Secretary of State at the time. Rex Tillerson, which a lot of people don't know, which I don't understand why Rex Tillerson doesn't talk about more, but Rex Tillerson used to be the CEO of ExxonMobil, and then he got appointed as the Secretary of State because he was trying to garner a really big $2 trillion deal for ExxonMobil in Saudi Arabia. Turns out Donald Trump is a doofus, and Rex Tillerson knew that. And Rex Tillerson himself literally stopped an invasion of Qatar. And when Rex Tillerson was like, Donald Trump is so toxic and bad that I can't even focus on trying to get my best friend's $2 trillion deals, I'm literally stopping wars in Qatar simply from stuff that Donald Trump was tweeting. That's where that statement comes from Rex Tillerson. Donald Trump is an effing moron. Rex Tillerson said that. It was corroborated by a bunch of people. And when he realized the responsibility of the role of Secretary of State, he stepped down. He said no. It's the position alone is such a beast in and of itself that even if you this book discusses that even if you want to wheel and deal and do dirty cutthroat stuff, the higher you go in positions of power, the more responsibility there is. You have less likely of a chance to cut your friends wheeling and dealing at those positions. So Rex Tillerson and Rick Perry, just a couple of examples in this book, that they couldn't even cut their friends, give their friends even cuts. You know what I mean? They couldn't even get their friends, garner their friends deals and energy deals and arms deals because they were so afraid of their specific position being bastardized and melting down the nation or causing a nuclear war or causing a war in Qatar, an invasion in Qatar. So he was just like, oh my God, this is way too much. It was too much even for them. So they stepped down. Crazy. I know it's great. You should get this book. I encourage you. This is a great book. It's an incredible book. It's at your local library. If you don't want to buy it, just check it out. It's also an ebook at your local library. So check out this book. Hold on. Let me fix this. By Michael Lewis, The Fifth Risk. It's I think it's an incredible book. It's my recommendation to you. You said thanks, just bought it on audiobook. Okay, great. Unicorn and Dimples, great. Socialite Simone says, I gotta pay the light bill as the president. Now that's ghetto. Well, you gotta make sure it gets paid. Okay. You gotta at least make sure it gets paid. Viola said, I would quit if I had to become president and I still had to pay the light bill. Yeah, you guys, it's a house. It's a White House. It's not a white building. You know what I mean? It's like it's not like a place the president checks in and checks out. It's his house. He just so happens to do business there. You said I love the name Rex. Me too. Rex Tillerson, I can't even say he's a bad guy. I'm not even gonna lie to you and be like he's a bad guy. He did stop an entire invasion. So like, yeah, he may have had illicit and he also stepped down. Um, a lot of people stated that he should have stayed in his position because he was doing a lot of good work. Smash that like button. But he, at the same time, though, I don't blame him for just wanting to step down. It seems like it would be a whole lot of drama with Donald Trump. Thank you, Jason. Dear Journal says I used Overdrive for my library ebooks. Yeah, that's a great app. Definitely read the book. Just get the audio book. It's a good book. Socialite Simone says all them people around me, I got to do it, and I got to do it. Yes, yes. Is Rex single? Rex Tillerson, I'm sure he's married, you guys. Get out of here. Get out of here. Hold on one second. Okay, so let's see what else is on Twitter. So Donald Trump gets invaded. Shakira is back in her taxes. Wow, we got a lot going on tonight. It's a lot going on Twitter tonight. Let's see what else we got. Tory Lanez. Why is Tory Lanez trending? I don't get it. Okay. So what's going on with Tory Lanez? Oh, okay, I got it. I got the story. Sorry. I had to put a little two and two together. Okay, so I guess Megan the Stallion's boyfriend Party, I think that's how you pronounce it, Pardi, is coming for Tory Lanez on Twitter. And so I'm going to read you a handful of the tweets. Party says, "Don't tweet nothing else. See me." Party continues and says, "Put the phone down. Let's link, you and me. Ain't nothing to talk about." Party continues, or Tory Lane replies and says, "We've had enough of this. You did nothing. Put your phone down, big fella." According to people who went to Rolling Loud, Party is apparently afraid of Tory Lanez because at the Rolling Loud concert, when Tory Lanez got on stage, Party actually jumped off the stage and left. So people are like, you don't want him to pull up because he did, and he didn't show up. Crazy, crazy. So that's that tea. What else we got? Yeah, the Anne Heche. Anne Heche is in extremely critical condition. She really did a number on herself. And that podcast, liable as hell. That I'm sorry. I got no love for that podcast. Anne Heche's podcast literally just lets her sit around and get drunk all day. And she got drunk, drove a car, and smashed it into a house. Crazy. Tory Lane shot Megan the Stallion in the foot. That's correct. You said I don't have student loans. What? Who's fine, Missy? Is it Party or is it Tory Lanez? Socialite Simone says, unpopular opinion. I think Tory Lanez is innocent. Let me think about that for a second. Yes, he is innocent. He is. I'm sorry. He is. I had to think about it for a second. Yes, he is. Smash the like button, you guys. 200 you in the building. It's only 88 likes. And then I'm going to get into the conspiracy, not the conspiracy. I'm going to get into why Tory Lanez is actually innocent. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. You guys, it's 200 of you in the building. Please. And we're going to get into this theory right now, okay? It's not a theory, it's actually facts. But a lot of people looked over them. A lot of people looked over the facts. Too much secrecy surrounding it. Actually, no. The Somebody leaked. Was it the prosecutor or was it Tory Lane? Somebody did. Somebody actually leaked Megan's hospital visit stay, and the emergency room physician who stitched her foot up stated it was glass in her foot. It was glass in Megan's foot. Now, this is what I believe happened in the car. I believe that there was a confrontation between Megan, her friend, and Tory Lanez. I think that Megan and Tory Lanez were having entanglement, if you will, and I think that he was also having entanglement with her friend. And I think everything just exploded. I think that a gun did go off. because yeah, one did go off, and I think that when Megan got out of the car when the police came up, I think that's when she stepped on the glass, or glass was broken in the car and she stepped on it before she exited the vehicle. Remember, because she exited the vehicle barefoot. And you're in Los Angeles, so you're probably likely to step on some glass. So no, the emergency room physician who stitched up her foot stated in her medical her discharge papers that there was no bullet, but he did find glass in her foot. So Megan needs to let it go. Now, are you upset with Tory Lanez because he tussled with you in the back of a SUV? Yeah, you can totally be mad at him about that. Um, can she believe that? Like the problem that I have with Megan Thee Stallion, because y'all know I love her so much, is that she's continuing this story because she knows that that gun did go off, and maybe at the moment when she got to the hospital, she probably really did think that she was shot in her foot, but the moment that the ER physician said, "No, ma'am, this is glass," she should have immediately stopped the story and put a kibosh to it. But I think she was so hurt by her best friend and Tory Lanez, and then the fact that a gun just was discharged in her presence. I think that's why she just kept letting the story ride on, because it sells better, I guess. I don't honestly know, but after I read that medical her discharge papers, I was like, oh, so why is she still going on with this story? Because if you stepped on glass, you knew that at the moment you got to the hospital. Now, did Megan know that when she was stepping out of the car? Because remember, she was walking backward because the police told her to walk backward. Did she know at the time that it was glass? No, she probably really thought it was a bullet in her foot because she was limping. Did she know that when she was being transported to the hospital? No, she probably thought it was a bullet in her foot. Did Megan Thee Stallion know it by the time that the surgeon sewed, or the ER physician sewed her up? Yes. Yes. So she only had like a 45-minute window where she was like, wow, I really got shot in the foot. But after that, she should have known. She know the truth. So I don't know why she's continuing with this story. I don't know why everybody else is. It was out there. I mean, we could talk about it tomorrow on the live show, and I'll when I get the time, I'll pull up all of the medical records. Somebody leaked them online, and I read them. I think they leaked them on Instagram or Twitter or something. So no, she most certainly, she may not have known the moment she left the vehicle and was transported to the hospital, but the moment that doctor was putting that needle through her foot with that thread, she knew it was glass she stepped on and not a bullet. So I don't know why this story continues. Simone says he would have been held without bond if he did. He was deported, you guys. Tory Lanez is not an American citizen. Tory Lanez is a Canadian. He was deported. He was deported from the United States up until his trial. Yeah, he was temporarily deported. Art Lewis says maybe she was mad at him still. That's what I'm thinking too. Eartha's Ghetto says, y'all take note on this because Steph is a huge Meg fan and she'd be sitting here being objective. Y'all faves would never. Seriously though, y'all know I love Megan Thee Stallion. I'll go throw on 3 of her t-shirts right now. I do like Megan because like she's like one of the few this is why I like Megan Thee Stallion. She's one of the very few artists who I've actually watched. I've watched other artists, but not as closely. Like I watched Megan on she was doing what's that guy's Sway. You remember Sway? She was on Sway's show, his X and Satellite Radio show, doing a freestyle. That was the first time I seen her. She was literally like a nobody, and she was doing a freestyle. And I've been following her career like this, so like I feel like a super fan, So I'm very close to Megan. When she sells merch, I buy it because I'm just like very attached to her like aesthetic and whatever. I've never gone to a concert of hers. I just never had the time, but I'm very close to Meg. But I can be objective about some stuff. Let's be realistic. Like, bitch, you stepped on glass. Tell them you stepped on glass. And just call it a day. You say yes. Let us know. Tell us if they gave her some kind of drugs too. Maybe she was hazy. Well, she was at a pool. She was at Kylie Jenner's pool party, David. So like, um, she could have been drinking and smoking the devil's lettuce, as Eartha's Ghetto would say. So she could have been, and also too, a gun was discharged in the car when she was in the car scuffling. So I think that she was led to believe that maybe she was shot in the foot. The tiny the ninja says, but that's why you don't do the bang bang with your friends, guys. Yeah. Carla, hey Carla says Jimmy Kimmel Live is where I first saw her. Oh, really? I never seen her on Jimmy Kimmel. What's up, Nisha? Nisha said, glass in the bottom from when she got out the car, bullet wounds on the side. Oh, you mean like she was grazed on the side? Okay, that's something. That's probably why the doctor who sewed her up didn't find a bullet. Okay. Allegedly, Kylie was on the scene too, but she got away swiftly because it was her pool party. Yes. You said the lettuce be having you slightly confused. Yeah, if you smoke too much of it. This is from Southern Girl 357 says, I think that the book, The Fifth Risk audiobook, is on YouTube and discussed in depth by multiple channels on YouTube. Really? That's amazing because it's a great book. Friends of the show, hello, friends of the show, says, when is their court date? I don't know. I don't track the court case very closely. Maybe I should start tracking it. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure when their court date is. But woo child, the ghetto. The ghetto indeed. The ghetto. Let's see what else is going on Twitter. Twitter is going crazy today. Okay. Sorry, I'm seeing what else is trending on Twitter. I think that's all we got right now. Yeah, I think that's all we got. That's all we got, I think, for Twitter news. That's it, you guys. Sorry, let me read some of your comments. I probably should cut out a lot of these dead parts where I'm just reading. I don't know how to. I don't know how. Jason Fitch says, I think Tory Lane shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. Okay. Now, according to somebody in the comments, they think the side of her foot was grazed. So that could be a thing. That's a good chance. That's a thing. Social Life Simone says, Twitter is too much to read for me. It's 240 characters, Simone. You can't be that much of a socialite where your eyes can't do this. Bailey Barack says, Megan freestyle is fire. Yeah, she is dope. Party's beefing with The Rock right now. Yeah, because The Rock stated that if he could be any celebrity's dog, he would love to be Megan Thee Stallion's dog. And for some strange reason, that has triggered Barty, which is dumb because it shouldn't trigger you. You said Megan's court date is in September. Okay, we'll have to keep an eye out for it. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere, but we'll definitely keep an eye out. My wrist itch. Y'all, I'm so scared of monkeypox. I have a itch on my wrist, and I hope it's not monkeypox. Earth is Ghetto says Cody Dunn lost one of his women. I don't know who Cody is. Missy says, y'all talking. I'm still looking at the party with no shirt. What does he look like? Let me look him up. He's cute. He's no little baby, but he's cute. I'll show you a picture of him. This party. Did you see him good enough? What y'all think? What y'all think? Sister Wives' husband is down to two wives. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that. Okay, but that's the best picture I could find. Chickney. David says, handsome man, when you getting when you getting the hookup, the monkeypox shot? Sometime this week. I'm waiting on my sister to give me a call. I can't get it on my face. I'm scared. I'm terrified. That's my biggest fear is my face. Like I already have zits. I can't have anything else, you know? I'm not saying I'm the most beautiful person in the world, but my entire business is predicated on you seeing my face. I can't do my show with a mask on. Do you know how much money I'm gonna have to spend to get like skincare treatments and laser treatments and all that other stuff if I get monkeypox on my face? I don't know what I'll do. I'll never forgive myself for getting monkeypox. I'll never forgive myself. I would never, I would literally, I don't care if I get monkeypox from the neck down. I could care less. Y'all don't see my body anyway. The moment one of them start creeping up my face, yeah, it's a wrap. You know, it's my face. Like, I don't know. Socialite Smoke said, right? It's just all over the place. Like, where do I start? Oh, you're not talking to me. Yeah, so I'm just like, I can't get monkeypox. I literally cannot get monkeypox. Um, you said Barty writes Cardi B's lyrics. Oh, that's where he came from. So he's a songwriter. Barty is a singer songwriter and he has money. He writes for Cardi B. Okay, that's fantastic. People will judge you if you get it fixed. I can see it now. Embrace your monkeypox scars. Hell no. Yeah, no, I'm getting it fixed. I don't have all the money in the world, but I'm not about to walk around looking disfigured, you know? I can't. I can't do it to myself. I can't walk around looking disfigured, you know? Ugh, I just can't. And yes, I can see that too. Earth is ghetto. People would judge me for getting it fixed. Yeah, I'll have 20 million people on Facebook questioning, not Facebook, Instagram, or not Instagram, TikTok. I'm really like so sick of TikTok. This is just a side note before I wrap up this show. I'm very much sick and tired of TikTok. I'm like, it's just so freaking toxic. It's like one of the most toxic apps I've ever. With Facebook wasn't this toxic. Gosh, neither was Instagram, which I never used either of those. Just toxic. I'll quit you. What does that mean? Don't quit me. Your tease, don't quit me. It's the Mountain Dew getting to your head. You said I think Tory Lane shot Megan the Stallion in the foot, and Billy have and the Billy have gone to her foot. I don't know what that means. The Billy, we understand. Missy says monkeypox got me looking at everybody sideways. Literally, the sidiest of sideways. The side, like, please don't touch me or come near me. I'm like paranoid. I'm like super paranoid. I don't even want people to go. I don't even want Instacart. I'll go get them myself because I don't want you touching my food. David, I'm so scared. You know, I'm like, I was scared of COVID. I'm still scared of COVID. I got vaccinated. I never got COVID, thank God. But I'm like scared of COVID. But like, oh my gosh, monkeypox. I'm even more scared because at least COVID was internal. Monkeypox is all over your whole body, makes you look like a mutant. It makes you like a mutant. Oh, Rich says, do any of you know people with monkeypox? No, but I'm in Arizona and there's like an outbreak right now. I think there's 100 cases in my city right now. I'm like, why? Can't y'all just stop touching stuff? There shouldn't be more than 2 cases in any city. I have 100 cases in my city. That's 100 people. Multiply that by at least 4 for people who just kind of scoffed it off as a weird itch. Yeah, we got an outbreak here in my city, so I'm like even more paranoid. like paranoid, you know. Natalie Council says, I feel like I need to wear long sleeve gloves and a mask when the kids come back to school on Wednesday. Yes. I wear gloves to go grocery shopping. I wear two masks and I wear long sleeves. And if I can carry everything in my hands, I'll carry everything. I try not to touch a cart. Run stuff. I'm trying. Jasmine, I'm trying to run as fast as I can. You sound paranoid too, right? R. Lewis? I'm just like, I don't got time for this. So I saw a post on Twitter about a dude that was at the gym with monkeypox, and he said it was fine because he sanitized after he's done. Yeah, that's why I don't want to go to the gym. That's why I won't go to the gym. It's crazy. You said so far on TikTok, it's only gay guys, and I'm afraid to ask how they got it. Leola, you can't say stuff like that. That's hyper offensive. Oh my god, that's so offensive. You can't say stuff like that. Like it's you can't say stuff like that. Obviously, you can get monkeypox through the doing it, okay, but you can also get it through touch and through droplets and all those other things. You can't say stuff like that. That's highly offensive. Come on, girl, you know better. Earth's Ghetto says he needs to be beat up. Okay, what? What he means sanitized after he left? No, no, no. Yeah, you're right. And no, we can't. That's violence. They're gonna hide that comment. YouTube's gonna hide it. Yeah, skin to skin like herpes or warts. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Um, this is from It's a Sure Thing host, Diane Murray Clements. Wow, it's quite the long name you have there. Says touch and touch contaminated fabrics or surfaces. Exactly. Remember when we were sanitizing our stuff down, like after we went to the grocery store, we would wipe stuff down, like wipe everything down. And then the CDC was like, you don't have to do that. You got to do it this time. Ortiz says that's because they are the only ones testing. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, they are the only ones testing, but I don't want to use that connotation, like I don't want to use I just don't want to use that kind of connotation. Anyone can get it. Um, I just don't want to use that sort of connotation to it. No, I don't think you're being, Leo, I don't think you're being homophobic. I don't think you're being that at all. It's just like it was just worded weird, and maybe I said it weird, but I don't want to use that connotation with the proximity of gay men and monkeypox. You understand what I mean? Like, um, granted, there's not a whole lot of room to put in a whole lot of characters in the comment section, but I don't know. It just came off a little bit like otherism. I don't know. It just didn't come out right. You said the gas station attendant lady is a female. She got it from Dirty Money. Yeah. And I live in a town with everyone, literally everybody in my town is 65 years and up. So I think it's just old people too being gross, touching on stuff. Socialized Simone says, I was about to say the same exact thing. Executive Millennial Project. Oh, I don't know. You're not talking to me. Yeah, they do because they're the ones who are testing for it, but a lot of people are getting it. A lot of people are getting it. Yeah, Leola, you're so dramatic. If you were here right now, I could just see you just sliding down my couch, just like I get it. Yes, but that's all I have for you guys. We're done talking about monkeypox because it's gonna freak me out and make my skin crawl. This is the after show. I'm sorry it wasn't more snazzy, but we did find out that Donald Trump did get raided tonight. That Anne Heche is in a critical coma. That party will not square up with Tory Lanez, and that monkeypox is gross. We found out a lot of stuff today. Pray for your local strippers. I know, seriously, because there are some strippers who just dance, which they're totally fine. But imagine the ones who do lap dances because they know they can generate more money. So this is really cutting into everyone's market, you guys. The only people who are going to make out in this is the beauty and skincare industry. They're the only ones who are going to be making billions of dollars from monkeypox. But this is going to affect a lot of different industries, most certainly adult entertainment industries, most certainly, you know what I mean? Because If you're a stripper and you make really great money without having to touch someone, fine. But if you're one of those strippers who make a ton of money doing personal lap dances, ciao, this is gonna cut into your margins. It's gonna cut into your margins because you don't want to touch people, you know? Yeah. And the glove makers, that's right. The glove makers will be making a ton of money. Strollers better carry a debit card machine around, right? Uh, strollers, what strollers mean? No more boom boom room, right? I need a home gym. Me too, Tia. I was looking at treadmills the other day. I have a gym membership. I don't want to go because I'm scared of monkeypox. But yeah, you guys, that's it. That's all I got for you. We'll be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, for the Nosy Bystanders live, and then an hour later at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, we'll be back for the after show. More of this, more of this, more of this, more of this, more of all of this, all of this. Okay. Good night, everyone. I'm not gonna go to sleep. I'm just gonna be on TikTok scrolling, being nosy, because I know TikTok is in shambles right now. And if you caught the comment Leola made earlier that I pray to God she doesn't make again, don't make it again. That's what I'm gonna be going to look at on TikTok. So I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.